The Merriam-Webster Dictionary website defines the word anti-vaxxer to mean a person who opposes vaccination or laws that mandate vaccination. Holy wordplay, Batman. What a scam they're trying to pull off. Before I start, I wanted to update my video to be completely factually accurate, and also I didn't want to get censored and fact-checked. Snopes put out a fact check. Did Merriam-Webster change definition of anti-vaxxer amid COVID-19? And it says false, but the reason it's false is because they're debunking the claim that Webster changed or expanded its definition in 2021, when the reality is Merriam-Webster on its website since 2018 added anti-vaxxer and always had that definition. So yes, the website does say this, but they want you to know they've always done it since 2018. Despite trying to police everybody else's content on the internet, Snopes actually had to correct their own fact check. Said, well, actually it's 2018, not 2009, because they're running in circles doing cover-up ops for the medical mandated tyrannical agenda instead of trying to explain what's really going on. And my title's still valid because they are changing the dictionary. The word change means to alter or modify, so when you add words, it's changing. And I have a dictionary from the 1800s. Many words have not only been added, many have been manipulated or modified as well. So first of all, there's very different situations. There's people who don't want to get the COVID vaccine who have been vaccinated in many other ways. There are people who don't want to vaccinate themselves or their kids at all. And then there's people who got the COVID vaccine or didn't get the COVID vaccine but totally disagree with mandating vaccination. These are three separate issues and everybody has their reason for doing so. Some people are completely irrational and foolish. I personally know somebody that's younger than me that's pro-vaccine, that's arm doesn't work anymore from SIRVA, an injury, that doesn't or shouldn't make them an anti-vaxxer for feeling the way they feel. And certainly you shouldn't be called an anti-vaxxer for opposing mandatory vaccinations, but these are the sick games that they play to control you and act like you're a conspiracy theorist when you disagree with their tyranny. These type of words are created, manipulated, and used to act like they have the moral high ground and then smear, censor, destroy, ruin the lives of, threaten the jobs of anybody who dares disagree. It's the way for the elites and the media and the politicians to not have to debate, to not have to talk about liability, to not talk about percentages, science, math, physics. If they can just use that word, broaden that word like they do with the words racist, sexist, xenophobic, anti-Semitic, Islamophobe. These words are ever expanding or shrinking if it applies to them, growing to the point where they mean literally everything. Anti-vaxxer now means, according to Merriam-Webster, opposing mandatory vaccination. These people are sick. To prove once and for all these pathological liars parading and calling themselves science followers, trust the experts, we're liberals, we care about the science, not you. To prove that they're frauds and complete liars, just look at the comments section of Joe Biden's post saying new CDC guidance, fully vaccinated people can stop wearing masks. They finally admit who they really are. I'm still wearing mine so I don't look like an anti-masker, but then people will think I'm Republican. I can't risk that. Nah, I'm wearing mine. But I don't want folks out here mistaking me for a Republican. Remember when these liars told you that it wasn't about politics? Oh, you're about politics. I'm about the science. All I care about is the science. But wait, no. Actually, I really care about looking like a Republican because I'm a liar. I'm a fraud. My whole life is a lie. How do these people live with themselves? If you needed a clear example that they don't care about health at all and these people are psychotic, probably beyond clinically insane with what they've done over the last year, look no further than McDonald's is encouraging customers to get vaccinated. McDonald's is changing its coffee cups to promote the COVID-19 vaccine because nothing screams healthy public like McDonald's. And if that wasn't crazy enough, here's Democrat Mayor Bill de Blasio hitting a home run displaying their fraudulent psychosis and lies.
Free fries when you get vaccinated? I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get this, these delicious fries? Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this? Let me check with Bill Neathart. Is it too early in the day to eat a burger? No. This could be breakfast? Okay. I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't. Really want to respect all ways of life. But if this is appealing to you, just think of this when you think of vaccination. Vaccination. I'm getting a very good feeling about vaccination right this moment.
Do they care that most of the hospitalizations were obesity? Do they care that most of the deaths were coming from obese countries? How much money did they spend trying to lower the fear and anxiety from children, teens, and adults because they raised the fear and anxiety, which is super, super unhealthy, took away gyms, took away health facilities. Is that healthy? To take away healthy options and just scare the oblivion out of people while you isolate them in their homes? Of course that's not healthy, but these people don't care. I'm trying to be polite, but how stupid do you have to be at this point to not realize that these people don't care about your health? By putting vaccine illustrations on McDonald's French fries? Are you joking me? Are people really this stupid? The corruption and the stupidity is truly diverse. If you want to talk about intersectionality, there's an intersectional stupidity going on in our country and going on in the world that is now expanded to every race, religion, and gender. Congratulations. Everyone's equal in upside down clown world. Of course they could be spending billions of dollars promoting good health. Of course they could be spending billions of dollars distributing healthy food, healthy water, resources. They could be doing that, but I don't think that makes as much money as scaring the entire population, especially in America, where reportedly around 5% of the world is taking 80% of the opioids. Do you think there's no financial incentive to get you lining up for their injection or to get you lining up for pill after pill after pill after pill? Do they care about the obesity rate and the connection between COVID? Of course not. Why would they? They need you fat, they need you stupid, they need you unhealthy to constantly depend on big government and big pharma while they make a killing off you and gain more power off of your ignorance. How much more obvious could it be than McDonald's collaborating with vaccinations? That doesn't make you an anti-vaxxer unless you're talking to Merriam-Webster, because soon breathing air, wanting to work out, or wanting to travel makes you that word, and that word can justify them censoring you off social media. Do you get the trick? Make a word, make it bigger, 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 make it include like 70-80% of the population at a certain point, and then the authoritarians in charge at Facebook, Google, YouTube, and politics now have a reason to take away your First Amendment, your accurate opinion, your scientific, mathematical, personal discussion or debate against what they're saying. They could wipe you off of public discussion, and guess what? There aren't many concerts or public spaces you can go to anymore because the same authoritarians who told you that also took away those. So they funneled all of the conversation through a few social media companies and then don't allow you to speak the truth or say things that go against their narrative. This is peak authoritarian. Call it what you want. These people are sick. These people are disgusting. And they don't care if you eat 20 packs of French fries a day, as long as you keep lining up fat, stupid, lazy, obese, unhealthy, flipping reality, acting like you're so healthy for taking whatever product they push on you. It doesn't make you an anti-vaxxer to oppose mandatory vaccination, and it doesn't make you an anti-vaxxer to not want to get in line with everything that Big Pharma tells you to do. I eat my own diet. That's what I do. I don't eat what other people tell me to eat. I eat what I want. I drink what I want. I'm a human being with my own decisions. If I want to eat a hamburger, I do. If I want to go vegan, I do. If I want to fast, I do. The government and Big Pharma doesn't tell me what I can and can't ingest. Until now, it makes you an anti-vaxxer to not buckle and bow down to these people that now can determine you can't travel, you can't go to events, you can't work, you can't go to sports games unless you ingest or inject a product they tell you to. Do people not realize how sick and evil and dangerous this is? And now Merriam-Webster is trying to smear you if you want to do what you've done for the last however long you were alive. These people are insane, and it's showing. Free fishing license, free hunting license, wildlife state park passes, $20 LL Beam gift card, Sea Dog tickets, Oxford Plains Speedway pass, more. Get it, please, we'll give you anything. Well, it's free, you'll get. They're acting like a psycho crack dealer. It's embarrassing, it's pathetic, and it's very revealing. I'll pass on the McDonald's, bro. I'll stick to working out, drinking water, fasting when I feel like it, and being so healthy that my hospitalization rate is extremely, extremely low, because there's obviously a connection to the sick, pilled out, obese society we have here in America, thanks to the government, thanks to the television, and thanks to Big Pharma, and the connection with our death and hospitalization rate. There's connections there, but it doesn't make money or power for them to tell you that, so they keep screwing you over. Oh, we're so safe. It's so safe what we're doing. Safe? Do you not know how inflation works? Do you not know what happens when you shut a country down? Do you not know what happens when you mentally and psychologically abuse your children? Most children in this country now have been abused with all of this fear-mongering. Do you care? Do you have a soul? Do you care about your grandkids? Are people really going to go along with this? I'm disgusted by our society. I'm disgusted by our media. I'm disgusted by our politicians. And I'm disgusted by every coward or every weakling that just goes along with it because they're afraid to say something. Well, your kids and your grandkids and generations to come are going to have to suffer because you were such a weak, cowardly, imbecile, ignorant fool that you allowed the government, you allowed the pharmacy industry, you allowed both parties of politics, you allowed mass media, you allowed these celebrities to treat you like dirt, animals, and slaves, hold you ransom over a pharmacy product, and then change the dictionary to smear you and justify censoring you for the crime of not believing in mandatory injections and mandated injections. Evil. Sick. These people should be ashamed of themselves. Anybody involved in this should be ashamed of themselves. And before I leave, they act like, oh, trust the experts, trust the media. They flip-flop so many times, they could start a flip-flop company. Here's the Washington Post in April of 2020. Everyone wore masks during the 1918 flu pandemic. They were useless. And then opinion, abandoning masks now is a terrible idea. The 1918 pandemic shows why. In order to fearmonger you into economic destruction, isolation, and complete tyranny, the World Health Organization in March was pushing this idea that the coronavirus death rate was 3.4 globally. That was never true. I said it wasn't true in March. I showed why with math and science because it was actually really simple. And I don't have the resources and money that the World Health Organization has. The difference is I'm honest. I actually care about accuracy and they care about agenda and politics more than science. They just think if they scream science, enough people on the left especially are stupid enough to believe that they're actually doing science. It's not a 3.4 death rate. It never was. But they use that to scare people into 15 days to slow the spread and isolation. And then they just pile on, make people less healthy, in many cases make people more obese, in many cases raise people anxiety and fear, in many cases psychologically and mentally abuse you while they shut down facilities where you could keep yourself physically healthy. These people are so sick and so evil, and if changing the dictionary to exploit the word anti-vaxxer or adding vaccine propaganda on a McDonald's French fry carton doesn't show you that they don't care about health, you're a lost, sick soul, and I'll pray for you because you're going to need it. You give up this freedom, you give up this right of conversation to say what I'm saying now, you're going to have to suffer the consequence of what people have suffered the consequence in the past, which is not pretty. So wake up, folks, please. For the sake of yourself, for the sake of your family, it's not nice, it's not safe, it's not normal to be treated like an abused show animal and a slave. There's dozens of scientific articles and equations that could prove that they're making us less healthy. We have the data, but when the data is not convenient to their narrative, they hide the data, censor the data, and attack the people who have that data. These are sick, evil, wicked, degenerate psychopaths, and they need to be respectfully and honestly opposed. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you like this hat, it's on godblesshats.com. I like this black beanie. You can also get this white God Bless hat that I wear all the time at godblesshats.com. Dreamrare.com is the same website. I just have both domains, so godblesshats.com or dreamrare.com. I have these tank tops, way too jacked for the gulag, and I also have Is Thinking Illegal Yet tank tops. Thanks everybody who's supporting on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, all of that. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody on my Telegram chat allowing me to connect directly. And please, this is bigger than me or you. Giving in to these people doesn't end it. It justifies what they're doing. And when people actually stand up to it, that's when they stop. Peacefully, accurately, honorably. Have a good day.
Pandemic flow like it's coming out of Wuhan. I just praise Christ. Stay away, you humans. But if you want beef, I'm serving up the Hunan. Hey, I'm way too fast for the gulag. I don't trust y'all like I don't trust the moon, man. Is he talking MTV a la Luna? The more they show, it's looking like a true man. Get what I'm saying? Everything is zoomed in. Left, right, trapped. They set it up like a crew, man. I be too good at rapping not to do this. Got 600 million views without the music. Hey, the First Amendment, that's for my mouth. The Second Amendment, that's for